Yeah, I can push this back a little bit. Oh, we had a lot of activity this morning going on here. We had Deborah, the music therapist, here. So, and thanks for being patient for the transition. So how is everyone doing? You're here? Okay, so I hope everyone is okay. Can you hear me? Is the music too loud? No, it's okay. All right. So we'll start up. Today's focus is on handheld weights, and we'll utilize them for upper and lower body and core strengthening. And we'll begin with a warm-up. So put your weights aside for a moment, and then we'll start with settling into our breathing for a moment. Just turn this down just a notch. So I like for all of us to, when you are ready, take a breath in, and with that breath in, let your right arm come forward and up. And when you breathe out, let your arm come back down. So the physical movement is harmonizing to your breathing. Inhaling up and exhaling out and down. And there's no right or wrong. The only wrong would be if you go through a pain area, or if you do something that causes you more pain. If that is the case, keep your arm lower or make the movement a little bit gentler. If it still hurts, then leave this movement out. And guidelines are really, if any of these exercises are hurting you or causing you pain, it's not going away, you need to address it with your doctor to check what's going on there. So let's take your left arm. So each time when you inhale, lift. And as you exhale, come back down. Inhaling up. And this is a good way to work on lengthening your spine, settling into you moving and breathing and warming up. Kind of being mindful. And then try both arms together. Go as high as you comfortably can go. Listen to your body. So then let your arms relax for a moment. Feel the weight of your arms on your shoulders. And begin to circle your shoulders forward, up, and back and around. 2, 3, 4, and then circle your shoulders forward for 4 times. About 2, 3, and 4. And let's take it back again. 1, 2, and 4. So then with our arms relaxed down, we squeeze our shoulder blades together and then release the tension. And squeeze and release and retract and release and retract. A couple more times here. It's really also that postural awareness of keeping your shoulders back. Good. So now we are lifting and starting up our shoulders. Think shoulders over ears, ears over shoulders, and back down. So it's lift and lower, and lift. Just settling into becoming aware of what this feels like, your range of motion. If you might need to adapt the exercise a bit. And then letting your arms come forward, your fingers point forward, and making gentle fists and stretch back out. Moving right into the fingers and the hands and your wrists. So let's do this. Turn your hands up and then stretch your fingers out. Turn your palms down and then turn. A couple more times. So next time our palms face up, we'll take our right hand in towards our right shoulder and warming up our biceps by utilizing the extension and flexion. Good, and then let your arms come down and up. and back down. So then stretching your right arm high, your left arm low, and then switch. And switch. Now if you like, lean a little bit from side to side, like your body, your trunk as you're sitting. Sways a bit from right to left, left to right. Good. So now one arm reaches across and over in front of your chest, and then the other. Reaching across and over, changing sides, across and over. Good. And then what we'll do is the next one is leaning down along the side of the chair and changing sides. So reaching, side leaning and reaching. Now feeling the side body lengthen a little bit as you reach. Here's that breathing reminder. Good. And then taking our hands towards our hips and your elbows are tucked in. And we'll let those forearms reach back. And then we'll bring the hands back towards our hips. And straighten your arms back. Again, reach back. And this is the warm-up for your tricep muscle in the back, upper back arm. Reaching back. And back. And let's take your hands onto your lap. And then we lean forward from our hips straight back. Let your head relax and roll back up your spine all the way to the top of your head. And again, lean forward from your hip, straight back, relax your head, roll back up your spine. Let's do that one more time. Hinge forward, keeping that back in the tabletop position. Relax your head, roll back up. Now continuing over to our right knee, the same physical movement, leaning forward from your hip, straight back, roll back up your spine. And we'll do that 2 more times. Staying to that right side, roll back up, and 1 more time. Good, and then moving on to your left side, and again, leaning forward from your hip, tabletop straight back, and roll back up your spine. Think about unfolding, uncurling each vertebra at its own time. All the way to the crown of your head for upright posture. So, and as you come back up, now this time what we'll do is we'll start with toe taps and your fingertips tap along. And we externally rotate our toes out and in a couple of times. So out and in, out and in. And as we sit tall and upright, the breath is better, and also our joints and our muscles are all better aligned. Keeping that in mind, let's switch to your heels. In and out, in and out. And then we'll do a combination. We'll let toes, then heels. Toes and heels. Toes and heels. Toes and heels. 1 more. Toes and heels. And then walk your feet out as wide as you can comfortably, and then walk your feet back in. While you walk from toe to heel, heel to toe, and back in, out, and back in. And then very gently, I like for you to take your right leg up in front, point your toe, come back down, lift left, and back down. So, warming up the muscles around your knee joint, lubricating the joints. Up. And do the same kicks, but this time point your toe forward a little bit. So that allows the front of the ankle to be more engaged. So toes point straight forward. And switch. Good. And then taking your right leg out to the right, left to the left. Another side step. Good. And then the last one we'll do, if you like, you can scoot to the front of the chair a little bit. Bring your feet a bit more to the front than normally, as if you would stand up. We'll slide the right foot back and forward, left foot back and front and right and left, and 2 more times on each side. So this kind of completes the warm-up for our muscles and joints. So let's take a breath in again, focus on tall, and then we'll take our handheld weights. Are you ready? For the work to come. So handheld weights. Oh, this is slow down kind of there. So steady yours are on your right hand side underneath the chair. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's focus. The first one we'll do is we're going into what we call the chest press with the arms like you have them. Good support here, holding your weights snug but not too hard. We'll bring the weights forward in front and then back out. Shoulder height, shoulder level, or a little higher if you like. So forward and out. So the focus is the chest muscles here. And those are also, again, helping us with posture alignment, trunk support. And we'll do one set between 8 and 10 repetitions. 6. Breathing check. 7. 8. 9. And 10. So then let your arms come down. So take a moment. Take a breath in and out. All right. Let's do the next one where we use our upper back. And what we'll do is we'll start with our arms here straight forward. And the physical movement is rolling the arms back and then front. And 2. And 3. So these are the opposing muscle groups from the chest. The upper back. And 5. And 6. Again, breathing check here. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And then take a pause. Good. So now from here we are moving down towards our legs, and with your weights attached onto your legs, we first begin to go into our calf muscle. And what you'll do is you'll lift both heels up till you feel your muscles in the calf tightening a bit, and then coming back down. Use your full range of motion. So coming up as high on the ball of the foot as you can comfortably. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Lift for 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. And then notice your feet flat on the floor. Now focusing on your shin bone and the front of your ankle. You'll be lifting the toe and the front foot up. So you're basically just having your feet on your heels. Feel the shin bone working here. So, and back down. So we'll do 10 repetitions. We slow it down a little bit. So I like for you to lift your front foot, hold for a moment, and then come back down. Lift and hold for 2, and release. Lift and hold for 3, and release. Lift and hold for 4, and release. Lift and hold for 5, and down. 6, and lower. 7, and lower. 3 more, keeping your trunk nice, upright and tall without moving forward or back. 1 more. Touch down. So now the next one we are doing goes back into your upper body, and we'll do our bicep curl. So it starts with straight arms, sitting tall, and then you curl your forearms up towards direction shoulder, ideally, and then control the way back down. Squeeze from your bicep as you curl up. Release, control the weights back down, straighten your arms. This is 3, breathing check. And 4, 5, and 6. Keeping that movement on the slower scale, controlling the movement by avoiding momentum. Let's do 2 more. So the next time your arms straighten out, take a brief moment to pause. Now the opposing muscle is your tricep muscle, and we'll do that with our right arm first. So your right arm is in your right hip. If you have that armchair, you can bring your body a little bit towards the right. Now you need room for that forearm to straighten back. So have some weight on the outside of your chair and then come back in. Reach your forearm back for 2, 3, good, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Let's do 2 more, keeping that shoulder from moving, just your forearm, the lower part of your arm is involved. Last one. So, and then changing your arm, so it's going to be your left hand on your left hip. And so you're going to be here. And you straighten that forearm back, 1, and in. 2, and in. 3, 4, 5, so from the side, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, and then let us move from here back towards our lower part, lower extremities, where we go into a knee extension. We practiced that before for the warm-up. We had our right leg come straight up, toes point up, hold for a second, and then come back down. And 2. Lift and hold for 3. Extend and hold for 4. So just have that bit of a pause as you let that leg come straight up and in front of you, so the muscle has that brief period of contracting. That's a strengthening phase. Let's do 2 more. And the last one. So, and then we'll switch over to your other working leg. Again, alignment, stay upright and tall as you let your other leg do the movement. Hold for a moment. Come back down. And 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, the last 3, and 2, 1, touch down. The next part is our hamstring muscle, where you keep your feet a bit more to the front as usual, with lifting your right foot or sliding your foot on the floor. Either is okay. Now, if you lift your foot and then take it back a bit, of course, it's more work as sliding the foot. So see what works for you and work within your range of motion as you take that foot back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 2 more. 9, and 10. And then shake that leg out a little bit. Let's try the other side. Here we go. Step 1. Think you're stepping back with your leg. Not to the front, but back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and so begin to shake out a little bit. Try together the overhead press gently, like so. See if that works. If not, then what you can do is just going into the straight arm raise like so. 3, pushing up 4, 5, 6, and again you can use your full range of motion, 7, so noticing how your body, your shoulders respond to this, and your neck. Let's do one more, and then lower your weights back down. So our next one from here is your abduction and adduction, what we often say when we get in and out of the car. No? Weights are resting on your lap, and your right leg is the one that can either sink out to the side without making a step. Ideally, we want to imitate a side step. Notice what feels best for you in terms of movement. So best meaning that it doesn't hurt your hip joint, or it doesn't cause you any more pain. Keeping your knee in plumb line with your ankle. Let's do another 4. Using your range of motion. 3, 2, and 1. Breathing check as you transition to your other side. Here we go. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. The last 4, 3, and 2, 1. So, and let's take our weights back up along the side of the chair. And now we are going to deltoid strengthening along the outside of your shoulders, where you lift your arms straight up and out. Now, even if you could, you don't want to go higher than shoulder height, shoulder level. So keep it to that level, or if you need lower than that, but not higher than your shoulders. Hold for a second, control the way back down. Feel your abdominal muscles, your trunk muscles, keeping you upright and tall. So build the strength from your core, from your torso. Lifting for 4, 5. Notice your shoulder blades a bit squeezed together in the back, not excessively, just light shoulder blade squeeze. Let's do one more here. So, and then the last one we are doing from here is having your weights back on your lap. And we go specifically in the abdominals. So the target is the front abdominals, where you lean back a little bit. And as you lean back, you might just slightly lift the weights off your lap. Feel the work in the belly, in the abdominals. And then come straight back up and lower your weights back onto your lap. So leaning back and keep on breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's do another 5. I'm just giving you a couple of things you can work on if you like. So you can lean back, you can do a upper back extension exercise. You don't have to do it, but you can include the arm movement as well. So leaning back first, weights come up, roll back. Just makes it a bit more challenging. Let's do 2 more. And the final one. Super. So now let's do this. Let's place the weights onto the floor. And then take a gentle fist, stretch your fingers out. A couple of finger flings to loosen up some of the fingers. And circling your hands and wrists in one direction and the other. So we'll take our hands to knees. Again, inching forward from the hip to stretch a bit out our low back, our spine, letting your belly relax. And then let your arms relax down along the front of your legs if that works for you in terms of stretching your low back. Again, do it your way, your own way. Bring hands to knees and roll back up your spine. Good. Let your arms open wide. Going into the T position with your arms, your palms face up. Give yourself a hug. And again, open your arms to a T, palms face up, stretching your chest and your biceps. And this time, stretching your upper back and your deltoid, your shoulder region. We'll do that one more time, and I like for you to hold that position for about 15 seconds, keeping your chin lightly tucked in, and following the feeling, the sensation where you feel the stretch. The focus is pectorals and your bicep, but you might feel it in your whole arm region, across your chest. And then we are, again, moving our arms around our shoulders. And the focus here is your outer shoulders and your upper back. Allow yourself to rotate to your right side, looking over your right shoulder. So we are stretching our neck and our trunk. And we'll hold it a little bit longer here. So another 5 seconds. And then rotate to your other side, looking over your left shoulder or the side you are turning to. Again, reminder, breathing checks if you're inhaling and exhaling. And look straight ahead. Let your arms unfold. So we'll take our right leg and straighten it out front. So your leg is straight and your knee is down. Have your heel rest on the floor, so your muscles are relaxed. And we can reach forward with our same arm, leaning forward from the hip. And the focus here is your hamstring muscle. You point your toes up, feel your calf, your hamstring, the back of the knee. Stretching out those muscles. Maybe they feel a little tight. Maybe you feel like, oh, you're actually quite flexible and they're not so tight. It takes a little longer when the weather turns colder too to just get them loosened up a little bit. Stretch out. Now let's come straight back up and then switching to your other side. Again, your leg is straight, the heel on the floor, your toes point up and inching forward from your hip, lean forward. Then you decide how deep down into the stretch you can comfortably go. Like a light pull, a gentle pull in the back of your leg muscles.
Are your shoes, do they hold a thicker sock?
No, it's just like an ankle warmer actually. Yeah. They are not socks. My shoes don't hold them. But there are shoes like it, right? I've seen those, yeah. Let's come straight back up.
When I was dancing, we used to use those in the winter, just from the ankle to the knee to keep the calf so.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of the 80s, I remember from gymnastics school as well. So that's really tough. I just kind of like that functionality and the style.
Yeah, me too.
So your right arm is circling forward, up and back and
It's
around.
gotta look good, but it's comfortable.
Yeah. So let's do a few of those. A lot of the dancers I remember, they had the ankle warmers, they had the hip warmers, and of course the wrist warmers.
Oh, I don't remember that.
No,
I just remember living in leotards.
living leotards. So let's take your right leg out to the right side. And again, if possible, have your heel on the floor. So otherwise you are having all these muscles tight. So if you hold it up, your muscles are contracting. Relax the weight of your muscles. Feet up and over. So what happened to the leotards? You know?
Well, I went from dancing to being a yoga teacher, and in those days, the yoga teachers wore leotards.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later they got the yoga gear, which was money-making.
Absolutely.
A lot of companies.
For any different sports, there is a entrepreneur, right?
Yeah,
Let's go to the other side.
so like you couldn't do yoga unless you had this fancy stuff, when you could do it in sweatpants, you know.
Yeah. And much more able to move around freely. But so is it with Tai Chi. I remember becoming a Tai Chi instructor, and they had the baggy pants and all, and of course mine are also with baggy, but you know, students can really not see what you're doing, how when you say lower your stance, your knee is not
Well,
supposed
that
to
was
be.
one thing, if somebody had tights on, and the leotard top on, I could see what their body was
Yes.
actually doing. You're
Yeah.
right, it makes a big difference.
You could hone in more on, you know, improper postural adjustment.
Yeah.
Lift up. Let's take it over to your right side or the side that you're on. Come back to center. Take it over to your left. Come back to center. Lower your arms down. Good. And then taking your right leg up, you can stretch your hands underneath your side. Let your toes relax down towards direction floor. And then circling your foot and ankle. And then reverse your direction. And then bring your toes up towards you. And see if you can bring that lower leg a little closer towards you. So you stretch the front side and the glutes out a bit. And then relax your leg, swinging it forward and back like a pendulum. And release. So take our left leg up. Again, circling your foot and ankle in one direction and the other way. And then bring your toes up and again draw your lower leg a little bit closer in towards you. You don't have to hold down here. So if this is uncomfortable, hands, wrist, or anything, you can also, you know, keep the leg just off the floor and do it that way. And then pendle your leg out. So let your foot come down. So now the aspect, what I like for you to try is like a rag doll. So use one arm and just let the arm give into gravity, kind of pendling it forward and back, or just feeling kind of your arm fully relaxed, deeply relaxed. And then try the other side. And then let your right arm come forward with your hand flexed. fingertips point up. Bring it out to the side. Open your chest region, your pectoralis. And push it down. And now tilt your left ear towards direction left shoulder. Hold that position for stretching